My name is Lisa Donnelly, and I am a yoga teacher here in the Ottawa area. And we'll get started. So this meditation is designed to help you focus on one single task. It's a great meditation for when you feel like you can't stop thinking. Maybe the mind feels super busy from something that's going on externally in your life. Or maybe it's really busy internally in the way that you feel or in your own inner world. So, either way, this meditation will help with narrowing down your thoughts, coming back to the present moment, and it will help you be more attentive, more aware, leaving this session with a clear headspace and with the added benefit of feeling a bit more relaxed and a bit more calm. So before you start, if you're able to just switch your phone or your device on silent, just limiting any distractions that may be around you. So coming to a comfortable seat. So if you're already seated in a chair, just stay as you are. And then maybe just placing your hands comfortably on your lap or just on a table in front of you. And then go ahead and place both of your feet firmly down onto the floor. So this action of placing your feet down really helps keep you centered and grounded into this space. And then maybe just sit up a little bit taller, lengthening through the spine, dropping the shoulders down. And then feeling the crown of your head reaching to the ceiling above you. And if you feel comfortable to do so, maybe just go ahead and close down your eyes, just canceling out any visual distractions, really allowing the awareness and the attention to move internally. And then right away, we'll start to bring our awareness, our focus to the breath. Beginning by simply noticing here that you are breathing. Letting the breath catch your attention here. And then notice if you have already started to deepen your breath just by bringing more attention and awareness to it. And can you go even further with that and start to actively deepen the breath? So drawing in more air as you inhale. And then slowing down as you exhale, taking your time here. Letting the breath completely empty out before you take your next breath in. So really finding more depth and more length with each round of breath. Bringing your focus to this one single task, which right now is simply breathing. Now, there is a big misconception with meditation. There's this idea around where you feel like you aren't supposed to be thinking at all during meditating. However, the mind is going to think. That's just what the mind does. So it's impossible to tell the mind to stop. It's like telling your heart to stop beating. It just doesn't happen. So knowing that the mind will always have its thoughts, but it's the process of bringing your attention back every time it wanders. That is the meditation, that coming back. So right now it's coming back to your breath. So every time you notice the thoughts arising, can you notice them? And then make that shift and come back to the task at hand, which is our breath. Let's take 3 more breaths here. Really big, really deep. And then beginning to move deeper with the breath and start to tune into the feeling of it. So ask yourself, what does my breath feel like? Really feeling the breath enter and leave the body naturally, without attachment or without a story. Just noticing here what the breath feels like. What does the breath feel like? And going even deeper with this feeling of the breath, you can keep the eyes closed. We'll just place both of the hands to rest onto the belly. So go ahead and just place both of the hands to rest onto the belly. And then start to physically feel the breath moving in and out of the body. So breathing through the belly, filling up as you inhale, feeling the hands rise beneath the belly. And as you exhale, feeling the breath leave the body, the belly starts to soften down. So just keep breathing here with the hands on the belly, taking full big belly breaths. Really feeling that expansion as you inhale. And that softness as you exhale. Can you breathe even deeper, even slower? Keeping your awareness, your attention on the breath, on the belly as it rises and falls with each breath. Really deepening this connection of breath and body. Really focusing on that connection of the two of them together. And then together, we'll take a really full breath in, feel the belly expanding. And a big breath out, let it go. Completely empty all the way out. Good. And then go ahead and move both of your hands to rest on your chest. Again, you can keep the eyes closed if they are. Just bringing both hands to rest onto your chest and start to feel the breath moving through the chest and through the lungs. Feeling the chest beneath your hands start to fill up as you take your next breath in. And then that emptying, feeling the chest falling as you let the breath go. So that rising as you inhale. And the softening as you exhale. Taking a couple moments here, breathing through the chest. Feeling the body as you breathe here. Deepening that connection of breath to body, keeping your focus here. Maybe finding an even deeper breath. So finding more expansion through the lungs and through the rib cage as you breathe in. Really slowing down the breath as you exhale it out. Deepening the sensation of what it feels like to breathe in your own body. Keeping your attention here. Together, again, we'll take a really big breath in, fill up through the chest. And together, take a big breath out, let it go. And then staying with this connection of breath and body, just moving your right hand to place onto your belly again. You'll keep the left hand where it is on the chest. And we'll start to breathe together through the belly and through the chest. So as you inhale, feel the belly start to rise beneath the right hand. Let the breath move up towards the chest, feeling the chest rise beneath the left hand. And as you exhale, start to feel the chest fall first, and then feel the belly soften. So inhale through the belly, all the way up into the chest. And exhale out through the chest and down to the belly. Good, so keep breathing. Inhale to the belly, up into the chest. And exhale down through the chest and all the way to the belly. Good, so keep breathing like this, belly to chest, and then chest down to belly. Moving even deeper into the body with the breath, connecting the two of them together. Really focusing only on this connection. Working the two of them together in unison. Nothing else matters. Good. And then keep breathing, but just place your hands back down onto your lap. And then maybe just letting go of that deep breath, coming back to a neutral breath here. And together we'll take a really full breath in. And out the mouth, let the breath go. We'll start to blink the eyes open, nice and gently. Maybe just take a moment to look around the space around you if you've had your eyes closed this whole time. Just as if you're looking through your eyes for the very first time. And again, together, take a full breath in. And a big breath out, let it go. And so thank you for joining me this morning. If you're interested in joining another session today, please come back, use the same link, and join us for emotional freedom technique tapping to help reduce stress and calm anxiety at 9 o'clock. Thank you again, everyone, and enjoy the rest of your day. Hello, everyone, and welcome to your virtual AC Day 1 Emotional Freedom Technique Tapping to reduce stress and calm anxiety. We are thrilled to have you here, and we're so excited to kick off the winter semester with you. If we haven't met before, my name is Lisa, and I am a yoga teacher here in the Ottawa area. Now let's get started. So EFT, it stands for Emotional Freedom Technique, otherwise known as tapping. And this tapping technique really helps balance and helps restore the body's energy by tapping repeatedly on different meridian points located on your body. So these meridian points are also known as energy points or acupuncture points. So it's said that negative feelings or emotion we label as negative are caused by disturbances in the body's energy system. So to clear these disturbances in our energy pathway, we tap on specific energy points. And then once the pathway is clear, you are said to be free of these negative emotions or feelings that you have been feeling yourself. So if you ever find yourself feeling a bit anxious or a bit stressed, which are feelings that can be quite common during the school year, this tapping technique can really help relieve those feelings. It will help you feeling a bit more calm and a bit more at peace within yourself. And what's great about this technique is that it can be done essentially anywhere. So while you're seated, at your desk, or while you're working or doing schoolwork, it can be done when you're watching TV, when you're laying in bed, and then hopefully if we can go back to normal within our city, if you're on the bus going to school, if you're at the library, it's essentially really accessible to everyone, which makes it really great and useful. So there are 10 points that we'll be tapping on today. The first one is the side of your hand, just right below the pinky finger. So you just tap gently, just enough pressure that you feel it, but it's not too hard where you're causing harm or anything. And you can tap with, your whole hand. You can tap with just a few fingers, just whatever feels most comfortable for you. So the first point, again, it's called the karate chop point. It's just right on the side of the hand there. The second point is the top of your head. So just right at the crown of your head, just again, gently tapping. You can tap again with all fingers or just a couple. Our next point is the eyebrow point. So it's just right in the center of your, where your eyebrows meet. And again, just tapping gently. I would go a bit more gentle on your face. So you can use just like 2 fingers if you want as well. We have the sides of the eyes right on the outside. So there's just that bone that you'll feel, and you just gently tap on that space. We have right beneath the eyes, so right at the top of your cheeks, just on that bone there again, just gently tapping on that space. We have right beneath the nose, so right on the top, above the top lip, and again, just tapping gently there. Our next point is below the bottom lip, so not so much on the chin, but just right in that little groove that you'll feel right below the lip. And again, you just tap in that place. We have the collarbone point. So it's where the collarbones come to meet in the center in that little U-shape right between the two collarbones. And it's a bit of a bigger space, so you can use your whole hand here to tap. You can also make a little fist and just knocking that space. So whatever feels most comfortable. Our next point is on the side. So it's just right kind of underneath the armpit. If you wear a bra, it's just right where the strap would sit, just right across from the chest on the side. And again, you can use your whole hand or you can knock, whatever feels most comfortable. So we have the side point, and then we have a point on our wrist. So it's not so much right at the base of the wrist, it's just a few inches down. If you were to wear a watch, that's where the band would sit. And again, you can tap with one hand, you can tap with your closed fist, or if you want to get both points at the same time on both sides, you can tap the wrist together. Good, so those are the points we'll be working with today. And to begin, what you do is you think about the feeling or emotion that you might have labeled as negative that you are experiencing. So this will be unique to each person. It depends on how you're feeling that day. But for the purpose of this session, we will all use the same one. So today, our negative, that we labeled negative sensation, is stress. So, you know, maybe you have a big test that day or a project or presentation and you're feeling a bit stressed. So what you'll do is you'll think about that feeling and then you'll rate it on a scale of 1 to 10. So let's say for today, we're feeling stressed and we're giving it a rating of 8. So our stress level is at an 8 today. And then what you do is you take that emotion or sensation and you put it into a phrase. So for today, our phrase is, even though I'm feeling stressed, I deeply love and accept myself. So even though I'm feeling stressed, I deeply love and accept myself. So if you were doing this at a later date with your own emotion, let's say you're feeling anxious, you might say, even though I'm feeling anxious, I deeply love and accept myself. Or let's say you're feeling overwhelmed, even though I'm feeling overwhelmed, I deeply love and accept myself. And you want to put more emphasis on the second part of the sentence. So on that part where I deeply love and accept myself, you really want to put a bit more intention and a bit more focus onto that part of the sentence. So I like to do this with my eyes closed. It really just helps you get into the feeling more, cutting out any distractions around you. And when you're doing this, you can either say it out loud, say the phrase out loud, or you can say it within your head. So it's just whatever you're more comfortable with. If you have the space to say it out loud, please feel free to do that with me. But you can also just do it just the same by saying it in your head with the eyes closed or bringing the gaze down, just to, again, to limit any distraction and to really help bring your focus and your awareness to that phrase and to that feeling. All right, so we will start. So again, if you can close your eyes or maybe just bring your gaze down, and we'll start tapping on the side of our hand. And then we'll say our phrase. So even though I'm feeling stressed, I deeply love and accept myself. Moving to the top of the head. Even though I'm feeling stressed, I deeply love and accept myself. To the eyebrow. Even though I'm feeling stressed, I deeply love and accept myself. And the sides. Even though I'm feeling stressed, I deeply love and accept myself. Under the eye. Even though I'm feeling stressed, I deeply love and accept myself. And under the nose. Even though I'm feeling stressed, I deeply love and accept myself. And under the bottom lip. Even though I'm feeling stressed, I deeply love and accept myself. And to the collarbone. Even though I'm feeling stressed, I deeply love and accept myself. And to our side. Even though I'm feeling stressed, I deeply love and accept myself. And then to the wrist. Even though I'm feeling stressed, I deeply love and accept myself. Good, and then just resting your hands somewhere down on your lap, maybe keeping the eyes closed if you feel comfortable doing so. We'll just take a couple moments here. We'll take a full big breath in. And a big breath out, let it go. Just taking a moment here to tune into how you feel. And in this moment, if you're doing it at home at a later date, you come back to that feeling, that emotion that you've been experiencing. And in this moment, you'll give it another rating. So you'll think about that feeling. So for today, we're thinking about stress. And then we'll give it a rating. How do you feel about stress in this exact moment? So hopefully that feeling has come down on our scale rather than an 8. Maybe it's dropped to a 5 or a 6. And then what you'll do is you'll repeat this tapping process on your 10 points again, repeating your phrase. And you do this until you feel like the emotion has been completely gone, or maybe it's come down to a 1 or a 2. And you repeat this as many times as you need until you feel like it has come down low enough for you to continue onto your day or your project or whatever you're working on that day. So we'll go through it again. And I like to switch sides. So if you used one hand to tap, maybe just using the other hand and tapping on the other side. So again, maybe closing down your eyes, and we'll start tapping on the karate chop point. And repeating the phrase again out loud or in your head. Even though I'm feeling stressed, I deeply love and accept myself. Again, putting more emphasis on the second part of the phrase. And moving to the top of the head. Even though I'm feeling stressed, I deeply love and accept myself. The side of the eye. Even though I'm feeling stressed, I deeply love and accept myself. Moving underneath the eye. Even though I'm feeling stressed, I deeply love and accept myself. And then the lip. Even though I'm feeling stressed, I deeply love and accept myself. And then under the bottom lip. Even though I'm feeling stressed, I deeply love and accept myself. And moving to the collarbone. Even though I'm feeling stressed, I deeply love and accept myself. And moving to the side. Even though I'm feeling stressed, I deeply love and accept myself. And then moving to the wrist. Even though I'm feeling stressed, I deeply love and accept myself. And then just resting the arms down. Again, maybe keeping the eyes closed. Together, we'll take a really full breath in. This time out the mouth, let it go. And then taking a few moments here in stillness to think about that emotion, that feeling you are experiencing. And then I want you to rate it again on a scale of 1 to 10. And then hopefully this feeling, this emotion has come down even further. Maybe you're at your 1 or a 2. And then if you're not, again, you'll just repeat the whole process over again until you feel comfortable to move on. Good. Now, if your eyes are closed, I'll just get you to softly blink them open. Just take a moment to look around, check in with yourself, noticing how you feel in this moment. And hopefully this is something that can be useful to you as you move through the rest of your school year, helping you release any intense feelings or emotions that can come up with being a student. So thank you so much for joining me this morning. If you're interested in another session today, please come back. You'll use the same link and you can join us for journaling for increased gratitude and happiness, and that's at 10 o'clock. So thank you again, everyone, and enjoy the rest of your day. Hello, everyone, and welcome to your virtual AC Day 1, Journaling for Increased Gratitude and Happiness. We are thrilled to have you here, and we're so excited to kick off the winter semester with you. If we haven't met before, my name's Lisa. I'm a yoga teacher here in the Ottawa area. Now let's get started. So for this session, you will need a notebook and a pen. If you don't have a notebook, you can also just use a blank piece of paper. And if you don't have quick access to either one of those things, you can always use your phone and just open up the Notes app and write in there. Or on your computer, open up a new document and you can start typing away. So, but in terms of building a ritual with journaling, something that you can do often, having that physical connection of pen to paper really can help create just a totally different experience for you. Also, being able to put away any devices or electronics can really help you be a bit more present with yourself and just allowing you to sit and to write and to breathe and feel without any distraction. So just quickly going over some benefits of journaling. If you've never done them before, it can really help you deepen your own connection with yourself. It can help manifest and create some new goals that you have set for yourself, help them bring them into action and into your life. It helps us work through emotion, helps us release those emotions as well. It helps calm down our minds, and it even improves our writing skills and our memory as well. And that's just mentioning a few. There's so many great things that can come along with a journaling practice. And then today, journaling specifically on gratitude and on happiness, it just allows us to focus on the positives, the joys, and the happiness that life has to offer. It's really easy to get wrapped up in any stresses or anxieties that comes with life. So by journaling and focusing on gratitude and happiness can help us move our thoughts away from those feelings and to really just focus on things that bring us joy. And I should mention with journaling, it's try not to think too hard about it. Just write whatever comes to mind. There's no wrong or right way to journal. You don't have to get super deep or super emotional. You just have to write. So it can be pretty simple. So with that being said, you'll grab your pen and you'll just open up a new piece of paper if you have a notebook, or just taking your blank piece of paper or opening a new note on your device. Now, our first prompt, so you'll start writing, I am grateful for. So I am grateful for. And then writing just one thing down. So one thing you feel grateful for in this moment. So I am grateful for. And then continuing on with that sentence, I want you to write the word because. So I am grateful for your answer because. And then start to write from there. So, why are you grateful for this certain thing? What does this thing do for you emotionally? Does this thing make you feel happy? Does it bring you joy in life? How does this thing make you feel? So, I am grateful for blank because. And then just writing a few sentences around this. Again, trying not to think too hard about it, just letting whatever comes to mind be what you write down. So again, how does this thing make you feel? What emotions do you feel around this thing that you are grateful for? And then we'll just begin to finish up on the sentence that you're currently writing on. And we'll move on to our second prompt in just a few moments. Now, you can always come back to these prompts at a later time and continue writing if you feel called to. Good. And then we'll just move right along onto our second prompt. So you'll just maybe skip a line, creating a new paragraph. And our second prompt, you will start writing. My favorite thing when I wake up in the morning is. So, my favorite thing when I wake up in the morning is. And then you'll write your answer. My favorite thing when I wake up in the morning is. And then once you have your one thing written down, you'll continue the sentence and write the word because. So my favorite thing when I wake up in the morning is blank because. And then writing on this thing that you have chosen. So maybe thinking, why is this your favorite thing? How does this thing make you feel? How does this thing set you up for the rest of your day? Why is this your favorite thing in the morning when you wake up? And just write without thinking too much about it. Just putting pen to paper or fingers to keyboard and just write. My favorite thing when I wake up in the morning is. And then writing why. Why is this your favorite thing? Just taking a couple of extra moments here to just finish up the sentence that you are writing right now. And we'll move on to our third prompt. So after you finished up your sentence, again, just starting a new paragraph. And our third prompt is, you'll start writing, something that made me laugh recently is. Something that made me laugh recently is. Just picking one thing or an event that happened to you recently that made you laugh. Something that made me laugh recently is. And then I want you to continue that sentence again and write the word because. So something that made me laugh recently is your answer, because. So thinking about, why did this thing make you laugh? What was funny about it? How does this thing that happened make you feel? What emotions came out of it? So digging just a little bit deeper than just listing what made you laugh and getting into the why. How did this make you feel? Just taking, again, a few moments here to write about that. Again, try not to think about it, just let the words come out. Something that made me laugh recently is blank. because. We got a couple more minutes here. Again, not thinking about it too hard. We'll start to finish up on the sentence that you're on right now. Just a couple more minutes. Remembering that you can always come back to these prompts at a later time to finish up, or if you feel called to write some more things down, you can always come back to them. And we'll move on to our fourth prompt. So again, you'll just skip a line, move on to a new paragraph. Our fourth prompt, you'll start to write, an activity that brings me joy is. An activity that brings me joy is. And then once you have your answer, an activity that brings me joy is your answer, and then writing the word because. So we're always coming back to that word because. It's great to just list something that brings you joy or something you're grateful for, but digging a little deeper and getting into the why. Why does this bring you joy? An activity that brings me joy is blank because. So to help, just thinking about how this activity brought you joy. What other emotions came up with that activity? So how else did it make you feel? You can even think about writing down, as you're thinking about that activity, what emotions are coming up right now for you? Even just thinking about it, do you feel those emotions of joy? And then maybe writing down, how can you do more of this activity in your life? How else can you bring this activity to maybe do it every day? So an activity that brings me joy is blank because. Just taking a couple moments here. Maybe finishing up the sentence that you're on. Remembering you can always come back to it. And once you've finished up the sentence that you just wrote, we'll move on to our fifth prompt. So just starting a new paragraph here and begin to write. An accomplishment that I am proud of is. An accomplishment that I am proud of is. And if you can, maybe avoid making this being about school or work, and choosing an accomplishment that is a bit more personal to you. So whether it's a really big life accomplishment, or maybe it's something simple as, I made my bed this morning and I'm proud of that. So just choosing something maybe that's not super focused on work or school, something a little bit more personal. So an accomplishment that I am proud of is. And then once you have that accomplishment you've written down, I want you to continue the sentence again with the word because. So an accomplishment that I am proud of is because, and just take a few moments to journal here on that accomplishment. So why does this event that you did make you feel proud? Other than the word proud, are there any other emotions that came as you accomplished it? Just writing whatever comes to mind. An accomplishment that I am proud of is blank because. Taking a few moments here, just writing down whatever comes to mind. Trying not to think about it too hard. Good. And just finishing up the sentence that you're writing on, and we'll do just one extra little bit of gratitude journaling. So you'll just start a new paragraph. And I want you to take a moment to just look around your surroundings. So the room that you're in, I just want you to look around, and I want you to write about one thing you're grateful for in the space around you. So maybe it's a pet that you have close by, maybe it's a person, maybe there's a piece of furniture in your home that you really like and you admire. Maybe if you're by a window, it's something you're looking at outside. So just whatever it is, write about that one thing you've chosen that makes you feel grateful. And maybe thinking why that certain item that you've chosen has meaning to you. And maybe thinking about what other emotion that you have around this thing other than gratitude. Maybe this thing makes you feel loved. Maybe it brings you joy and brings you happiness. Just taking a couple moments here to wrap up that sentence that you are writing on right now. And again, remembering that you can always come back to these prompts at a later date. And I hope these prompts and the advice at the start helps and inspires you to incorporate some journaling in your days ahead. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. If you're interested in joining another session today, please come back. You can use the same link, and we'll be doing some yoga stretches from your chair, from seated, and that's at 11 o'clock. Thank you again, everyone, and enjoy the rest of your day. Both of them rooted down. Good, and then placing your hands just somewhere on your lap, maybe on your thighs or on your knees. And we'll start with some rounds of cat-cow. So as you take a breath in, you'll start to gently pull your chest forward, rolling the shoulders back, maybe lifting the gaze up. So take a breath in here. And then rounding your spine, doming through the shoulder blades, maybe bringing the chin down as you breathe out. Good, so the inhale breath, you're pulling the chest forward. This is our cow shape. And exhale, rounding the spine into cat. Good, so keep moving with the breath. Inhale, you'll come forward. And exhale, rounding the spine. Good, 2 more times, breathe in. And round as you breathe out. Last one, full breath in. And rounding the spine, big breath out. Good, we'll come to a neutral spine and inviting some circles with our upper body. So you'll move the ribs over to one side, pulling the chest forward, circling to the other side, and then around back. So creating a circle, just smoothing out the lines here. Just inviting a little bit of extra movement in through the sides of the body. Good, we'll start to circle opposite way, so moving in an opposite direction. You can close your eyes here, maybe invite some neck movements. Keeping the feet firmly planted. And then we'll make our way back through center. Nice straight spine. Reaching the arms overhead, stretching nice and tall. Take a full breath in. And then pulling your hands down to your heart as you breathe out. Arms reach to the sky, breathe in. And hands to your heart as you breathe out. One more time, arms reach to sky, breathe in. Hands to your heart as you breathe out. Good, now reach your arms back up to the sky, stretching nice and tall. Feel the sides of your body lengthen. And then interlace your hands behind your low back. So you'll reach around, interlacing the hands, and then start to move your arms away from your body. Keeping that interlace, feeling a deeper stretch in through the fronts of the shoulders and in through the chest. Good, we'll take a full breath in here. And then bringing your hands to one side of your body. So So just right above your hips, and then pull your elbow in. We'll drop the ear down towards the shoulder where the hands are resting on that side. And just feeling a deeper stretch in through the opposite side of the neck. Take a couple moments here, maybe close your eyes again. And I like to play with lifting and lowering my chin just to get a little deeper in through the side of the neck. Maybe pausing in a place where you feel a deeper stretch. Can you deepen here through the breath? Thinking about lowering the shoulders down your back, finding lots of space through the sides of the neck. Good. We'll lift the head back up through center. Release the hands, reach them back up towards the sky. Take a full breath in. And then wrap the hands again behind your low back, interlacing the opposite grip. Pull the knuckles down as you move the arms away from your body, sitting up nice and tall, feeling that stretch in through the shoulders, through the chest. And then moving the knuckles towards the other side of your body. Again, drawing the elbow in, and then dropping your head down towards the shoulder. So finding that stretch through the neck. Shoulders are relaxed down by your back. And again, and maybe inviting that movement, lowering and lifting through the chin. Finding a place where you feel maybe a bit of a deeper stretch and then holding here for a few extra breaths. Good, and we'll lift the head back up through center. Releasing the hands, reach the arms up to the sky, take a full breath in. And then hands to your heart, breathe out. Good, interlace your hands here and just take some circles through the wrists. So you'll circle both directions, just loosening them up a little bit. Good. And then placing your hands just down onto your lap. You'll reach one arm up to the sky, take a full breath in, and then lean to the side as you breathe out. Good, reach back up, breathe in. And hand comes down, breathe out. Other side, reach up, take a breath in, and lean to the side as you breathe it out. Rise back up, inhaling your breath, and hand comes down, let it go. Good, we'll keep moving with that. Arm to sky, breathe in. Lean to side as you breathe out. Rise back up, take a full breath in. And hand comes down as you breathe out. Arm to sky, inhale. And lean to the side, exhale. Rising back up, take a full breath in. And hand comes down. Good, other arm reaches, breathe in. This time as you lean, we'll hold here. So the gaze can land wherever feels most comfortable for your neck. But I want you to think about rolling that top shoulder back and open. Really lengthening from your bottom hip all the way to the tips of the fingers. Creating lots of length through the side body. Deepening through the breath. Good, we'll rise back up. And then twist to the side. Your top hand will reach for the outside of the front knee. And then your back hand can reach, if you have a back of the chair, you can always place your hand on the back of the chair. Or maybe it's just coming back to behind your seat. You'll sit up nice and tall, take a full breath in. And then deepen your twist as you breathe out. Again, follow the breath. Inhale to sit up tall. And then deepen your twist as you breathe out. One more time with the breath. Inhale to lengthen. And exhale to deepen. We'll come back through center. And then right into the other side, your arm reaches up, take a full breath in. And then lean to the side as you breathe out. Good, hold here. Again, can you wrap that shoulder back, reaching through fingertips, really lengthening through the side of your body. Deepening through the breath as you deepen through the side body stretch. Good, we'll rise back up and then twisting to the opposite side. Your hand will place to the outside of the leg and your backhand can either grab for the back of the chair or maybe just the cushion behind you. You'll sit up nice and tall, breathing in here. Deepening the twist, big breath out. So riding that with the breath. Inhale, lengthen. Twist as you breathe out. One more time, full breath in. And twist, let the breath go. Good, unravel the twist, coming back through center. And then pulling one knee up into your chest. You'll just grab along the knee or the front of the shin. And then take some circles with your ankle. So just circling in one direction and circle the opposite way. Good, we'll cross the ankle over the opposite leg, finding a figure 4 shape with the legs. You'll flex through the ankle and then just gently push your knee down slightly. You should feel a pretty good stretch in through the hip. You can stay here exactly as you are, or if you want to move a little deeper, just start to lean your chest forward. Maybe place the hands down on the shin. And we'll just pause here, taking a few extra really deep breaths, intentionally trying to soften through that hip. Good, so full breath in. And a big breath out. Again, big breath in. And bigger breath out, let it go. Good, we'll start to lift the chest back up, uncrossing the leg. And then extend your leg straight out in front of you. Flexing the toes up towards the sky, lengthen through the spine, breathe in. And start to hinge forward as you breathe out, just until you feel that stretch in through the hamstring. Again, flexing the toes, gently leaning the chest forward. Couple breaths here. Trying to find more softness in through the back of the leg. Good, we'll start to rise back up, re-bending the knee, placing both feet down, and then lifting the opposite leg up, interlacing hands around the knee or the shin, and just taking those circles. So circling through the ankle, moving in both directions. Good, and then crossing the ankle over top of the thigh. Finding your figure 4, flexing through the foot, gently pushing that knee down. Until you feel that deep stretch through the hip, you can stay here, or maybe you gently lean the chest forward. Good, steady through the breath. Can you think about finding more softness through that hip? Good, take a full breath in. And a big breath out, let it go. Good, one more time, big breath in. And a big breath out. Good, we'll start to lift back up. And then placing that foot back down, we'll extend the leg forward, place the heel down on the floor, flexing the toes up to the sky. Sitting the spine up nice and tall, breathing in here. And then start to lean your chest forward just until you feel that pull in through the back of the leg. Good, pause here for a couple of breaths. Full breath in. And a big breath out. Good, we'll start to lift the spine back up, placing both feet firmly down onto the floor. And just rest with your hands down on your laps. Maybe roll the shoulders a couple times. And then closing down the eyes or just bringing your gaze down to one spot. Take a full breath in here. And a big breath out, let it go. Just taking these last few moments to check in. Noticing how you're feeling. Just noticing how your body feels. Feeling really grounded with the feet, crown of the head reaching to the ceiling. Good, take a full breath in. Out the mouth, let the breath go. Just gently blinking the eyes open. And these are stretches that you can do throughout your day. You don't have to do all of them together. You can pick maybe just one or two that you really liked and just incorporate them throughout your day if you're at a desk for an extended period of time. So thank you so much for joining me this morning. If you're interested in joining another session today, please come back, use the same link, and you can join us for a meditation for increased focus. And that's at 1 o'clock this afternoon. Thank you, everyone, and enjoy the rest of your day. Hello, everyone, and welcome to your virtual AC Day 1 meditation for increased focus. We are thrilled to have you here, and we're so excited to kick off the winter semester with you. If we haven't met before, my name's Lisa. I'm a yoga teacher here in the Ottawa area, and I will be leading you through this meditation practice. Now, let's get started. So, this meditation is designed to help you focus on one single task. It's a great meditation for when you feel like you just can't stop thinking. Maybe the mind feels super busy from something that's going on externally in your life, or maybe it's really busy internally in the way that you feel, or just in your own inner world. So this meditation will help with narrowing down your thoughts, coming back to the present moment, and it will help you be more attentive and more aware, leaving the session with a nice clear headspace, with that added benefit of feeling nice and calm and relaxed. So before you start, if you're able to just put your device on silent, just to limit any distractions or any sounds that might be around you. So we'll come to a comfortable seat. So if you're already seated in a chair, you can just stay exactly as you are. So just coming to a comfortable position and maybe just placing both of your feet firmly down onto the floor. This action of placing your feet down can really help ground you into this space and anchor you right down into this moment. So placing the feet down, we'll just start to sit up a little bit taller, just maybe drawing the shoulders back, feeling the spine nice and long, and feeling like the top of your head, the crown of your head, is reaching up towards the ceiling. Just resting your hands and your arms down by your sides. Hands maybe can rest in your lap. And if you feel comfortable to do so, I invite you to close down your eyes. Now, if you don't feel safe with your eyes closed, just bring your gaze down onto one spot, maybe down into your lap. Good. And then right away, we'll start to bring more awareness, more focus to our breath. So beginning by simply noticing here that you are breathing. Just gently letting the breath catch your attention. Noticing if you have already started to deepen your breath, just by bringing more attention and more awareness to it. Can you go even further with that and start to actively deepen the breath? So drawing in more air as you inhale, and then taking your time as you exhale, slowing down that process. So drawing in maybe even more air now as you breathe in. And even slower with the breath out, letting it go. So trying to find more depth and more length with each round of breath. Bringing your focus, your attention to this one single task, which right now is simply just the breath, focusing on your breathing. And there's this big misconception with meditation, this idea around thinking that we aren't supposed to think at all during meditating. However, the mind is going to think. That's what the mind does. So it's truly impossible to tell the mind to stop. It's like telling your heart to stop beating. It just doesn't happen. So knowing here that the mind will always have its thoughts, but it's that process of bringing your attention back every single time the mind wanders. That is the magic of meditation, that coming back. So right now it's about coming back to your breath. So every time you notice those thoughts arising, because they will happen, can you notice them? And then can you make that shift and come back to our task at hand right now, which is the breath. We'll take 3 more full deep breaths here. And then beginning to move even deeper with the breath. We'll start to tune into the feeling of it. So asking yourself, what does my breath feel like? So feeling the breath enter and leave the body naturally without attachment or without a story. Just noticing here what the breath feels like. What does the breath feel like to you in this exact moment? Maybe thinking, how does the breath make me feel in this moment? Good. And then moving even deeper with that, we'll go ahead and place both of the hands gently onto your belly, your stomach. So maybe just keeping the eyes closed or the gaze down, both of the hands resting onto your belly. And then start to actively breathe into that space. So physically feeling the breath moving into the belly as you breathe in. And then the belly softening as you breathe out. So inhale, feeling the belly expanding, pushing out. And then that softening, that release as you let the breath go. Good, so keep breathing here, feeling into the belly, feeling into the breath. Maybe you breathe even deeper, really exaggerating this belly breath here. Deepening our connection with the breath, moving even deeper into feeling the breath here. And then really focusing our attention to that connection of breath to body. Taking a few more really deep, really purposeful breaths here. Good, take one more full breath in, breathe really deep into the belly. And a big breath out, let it go. And again, just keeping the eyes softly closed or that gaze slightly down. We'll keep breathing, but just moving the hands to rest onto your chest. So you can stack the hands here, one on top of the other. And then start to breathe into the space beneath your hands. So breathing into your chest. Take a full breath in, feeling the chest start to rise up as you inhale. And then a big breath out, start to feel your chest falling with the exhale. Good, so keep breathing through the chest now, inhaling, feeling it rise and expand. And that exhale, feeling it soften and collapsing down. Good, keep breathing here, deepening that connection of breath to body. Keeping our focus, our awareness to that connection. Deepening this feeling of breath entering and leaving the body. Can you start to make the breath maybe even deeper, really finding that expansion as you inhale. And that softening as you exhale. Taking a couple more full, deep rounds of breath here. Checking in, noticing how does it feel in your body as you breathe. And together we'll take one more full breath in. And a big breath out, let it go. Now go ahead and just place both of your hands to just rest down, maybe onto your lap. You can keep the eyes closed, or again, just keeping the gaze softly on one spot. And I want you to now completely release yourself from the breath. So not thinking about the breath at all, just allowing yourself to be right here in this space, in your body. No distraction, knowing that there's nowhere else to be, with nothing else to do. Just being right here, mind, body, and spirit. Moving deeper and deeper into this moment, this time. knowing that there's not a need to breathe in a special way here. Knowing that there's nowhere else to be except right here. And every time the mind drifts away from this experience of being right here, you're simply going to bring the attention back, remembering that this is what makes it a meditation practice. That returning back to your breath, that returning back to your body, and essentially that returning back home. So with each breath, you're coming back home deeper and deeper. And together, take a really big full breath in and let it go. We'll do that again. So take a really full deep breath in. This time out the mouth, let it go. We'll softly blink the eyes open. And just take a moment here to look around the space that you're in. Look around at your room. Maybe if you have a window, just looking out the window for a moment. Just as if you're almost looking at these things for the first time. Good. And then one more time, coming back to center, take a full breath in. And a big breath out. And thank you so much for joining me this afternoon. If you're interested in joining for another session today, please come back, use the same link, and join us for emotional freedom technique tapping. This will help reduce stress and help calm anxiety, and it's at 2 o'clock. Thank you again, everyone, and enjoy the rest of your day. And welcome to your virtual AC Day 1, EFT tapping to reduce stress and to calm anxiety. We are so thrilled you are here, and we're really excited to kick off the winter semester with you. My name's Lisa, if we haven't met yet before, and I'm a yoga teacher here in the Ottawa area. Now let's get started. So EFT, it stands for Emotional Freedom Technique. It's otherwise known as tapping. And this tapping technique helps balance and helps restore the body's energy by tapping repeatedly on different meridian points located on the body. And these meridian points can also be known as energy points or acupuncture points. And it's said that these feelings that we might label as negative, like feelings such as stress or anxiety, are caused by disturbances and blockages in the body's energy system. So to clear these blockages and these disturbances in the pathway, we tap on specific points on the body, these energy points. And once the pathway is clear, you will be free of these emotions that we label as negative, that you've maybe been experiencing. So if you ever feel stressed or anxious, overwhelmed, which are feelings that can be quite common during the school year, this tapping technique can really help relieve those feelings, leaving you feeling a bit more peace and a bit more calm. And what's great about this technique is that it can be done essentially anywhere. So you can do it while you're seated at your desk, while you're working. You can do it in bed or on the couch. And then hopefully when things go back to normal here. You'll be able to do it on campus, at the library, or even on your commute on the bus to campus. So it's really accessible for everyone. Anyone can do it. So there are 10 points on the body, 10 energy points that we will be tapping. So we'll go through all of them right now. The first one is the side of your hand. So it's also known as our karate chop point. And you just tap gently on that place. You're tapping hard enough that you obviously know that you're tapping there, but it's not to the point where you're causing harm on your body. So just a gentle tap. Our second point is the top of your head. So you just, again, tap gently there. And now you can use your whole hand. You can just use a couple fingers. It's whatever your preference is. Our next point is between the eyebrows. So it's that place where in that space between the eyebrows, again, you just tap gently there. Our next point is right on the sides of the eyes. So it's just right on that bone. And again, you just tap gently. Our next point is right under the eye, right on top of the cheek. Again, it's on that bone point, and you just tap gently. Next is beneath the nose, so right above the top of the lip. And the next one is beneath the bottom of the lip. So it's not necessarily on the chin, it's just that space right above. Our next point is onto the collarbone. So it's where the collarbones meet in the center. There's this little U shape that's located here. And again, you tap. Now this one, it's a bit of a bigger space, so you can use your whole hand. If you wanna make a little fist and just knock that area too, that works fine. And our next point is on the side of the body. So it's just located right beneath the arm. If you are someone that wears a bra, it's just right on the place where the bra strap would sit. Good, and then our last point is on the inside of the wrist. So it's not where the hand meets the wrist, it's just a few inches down in the place where if you were wearing a watch, that's where it would be. So again, you just tap gently here. Again, you can use a fist if you want. If you want to get both points at the same time, you can use the wrists together to tap them. Good, so those are our 10 points we'll be tapping on today. So to begin, you think about this feeling or sensation that you've labeled as negative that you're experiencing in the moment. So this will be unique to every single person, but for the purpose of this session, we'll all use the same one. So for today, our sensation or our feeling is stress. So you feel that feeling, I'm feeling stressed, I have a test coming up and I'm feeling stressed about it. And then what you do is you will rate this feeling on a scale of 1 to 10. So let's say right now for us, we're feeling stressed and we're giving it a rating of an 8. So again, this will be unique to every person, but again, for today's purpose, we're feeling stressed and it's an 8. Now what you do is you take this emotion that you're feeling and you put it into a phrase. So our phrase today will be, even though I'm feeling stressed, I deeply love and accept myself. So even though I'm feeling stressed, I deeply love and accept myself. So if you were doing this at a later date on your own and you're feeling, let's say, anxious, your phrase would be, even though I'm feeling anxious, I deeply love and accept myself. Or let's say you're feeling sad. Even though I'm feeling sad, I deeply love and accept myself. So again, for today, even though I'm feeling stressed, I deeply love and accept myself. And you want to put a bit more emphasis on the second part of the sentence. So on that part, I deeply love and accept myself. That's where you want to put more of your attention and your awareness to. Now, I like to do this with my eyes closed, just so that I can get really deeper into the feeling of these emotions and into the phrase. And you can say the phrase out loud if you have the space to do so. If not, you just say it quietly inside of your head. Again, putting that attention and awareness into the phrase, that feeling, with more emphasis on the second part of the sentence. So we'll get started. So we'll start with the karate chop point. And you just tap on that point and you say the phrase through each point. So if you want, you can close your eyes or just bring the gaze down, tapping on the karate chop point and either saying it out loud or just quietly in your head. Even though I'm feeling stressed, I deeply love and accept myself. So even though I'm feeling stressed, I deeply love and accept myself. We'll move to the top of the head. Even though I'm feeling stressed, I deeply love and accept myself. Moving to the eyebrow. Even though I'm feeling stressed, I deeply love and accept myself. The sides of the eyes. Even though I'm feeling stressed, I deeply love and accept myself. And under the eyes. Even though I'm feeling stressed, I deeply love and accept myself. And just beneath the nose. Even though I'm feeling stressed, I deeply love and accept myself. And just under the lip. Even though I'm feeling stressed, I deeply love and accept myself. And onto the collarbone. Even though I am feeling stressed, I deeply love and accept myself. And moving to the side. Even though I'm feeling stressed, I deeply love and accept myself. And then moving on to the wrist. Even though I'm feeling stressed, I deeply love and accept myself. Good. And then when you're done, you'll just place the hands comfortably down by your sides or onto your lap. You can keep the eyes closed or just keeping the gaze looking down. And together we'll take a really full breath in. And a big breath out, let it go. And you'll take this moment to connect back to that feeling. And then what you'll do is you'll rate that feeling again. So maybe it has come down to a 5 or to a 6. And then what you'll do, you'll repeat this process, tapping on those 10 points, repeating your phrase either out loud or in your head until you feel like your feeling that you are thinking about has come down to as low as a 1 or 2 or until it's completely gone. So we will go through this again. So again, starting with our karate chop point, you can close your eyes and either saying it out loud or in your head. Even though I am feeling stressed, I deeply love and accept myself. More emphasis on the second part of the sentence. Top of the head. Even though I'm feeling stressed, I deeply love and accept myself. And to the eyebrow. Even though I'm feeling stressed, I deeply love and accept myself. And to the sides. Even though I'm feeling stressed, I deeply love and accept myself. And beneath the nose. Even though I'm feeling stressed, I deeply love and accept myself. And I forgot one, right under the eye. So right under the eye on top of the cheek. Even though I'm feeling stressed, I deeply love and accept myself. I'm going beneath the lip. Even though I'm feeling stressed, I deeply love and accept myself. And to the collarbone. Even though I'm feeling stressed, I deeply love and accept myself. And under the arm, you can switch sides for this one. Even though I'm feeling stressed, I deeply love and accept myself. And to the wrist. Even though I'm feeling stressed, I deeply love and accept myself. And then once you're done, again, just placing the hands down, keeping the eyes closed or the gaze looking downwards. Together, we'll take a really full breath in. And a big breath out, let it go. And in this moment, you'll come back to that feeling. You'll give it another rating. And whether it's completely gone or maybe it's still at maybe a 3 or 4, you can repeat this process as many times as you need until you feel ready to move on through the rest of your day. Now, these points, there's no particular order. You can do them in any order that you want. As long as you get all 10 of them, then that's perfectly fine. And we'll just take a moment actually in this space to just remain seated, and again, just closing the eyes. And again, together, we'll take another full breath in. And a big breath out, let it go. I want you to take a moment here to just check in with yourself, noticing how it is you are feeling in this exact moment. What emotion do you feel right now? How is it that you feel? And together again, we'll take a really full breath in. This time, open the mouth and let it go. And just gently blinking the eyes open. And hopefully this is a technique that can be useful for you as you go through the rest of your school year, helping you release any intense feelings or emotions that can come up with being a student. So thank you so much for joining me this afternoon. If you're interested in joining another session today, please come back. Just use the same link and join us for journaling for increased gratitude and happiness, and that's at 3 o'clock. Thank you again, everyone, and enjoy the rest of your day. Hello, everyone, and welcome to your virtual AC Day 1, Journaling for Increased Gratitude and Happiness. We are thrilled you're here, and we're so excited to kick off the winter semester with you. If we haven't met yet, my name's Lisa. I'm a yoga teacher here in the Ottawa area. And I'll be guiding you through these journaling prompts to help with increasing gratitude and your happiness. So we'll get started. So for this session, you will need a notebook and a pen. Maybe you just have a piece of paper handy in front of you. And if you don't have quick access to either one, that's okay. If you have your cell phone close by, just open up the Notes app, or if you have your computer in front of you, you can just type away on a blank document. So, but in terms of actually building a ritual around journaling, I do encourage you to have that pen and paper, that connection of writing something down. It just really helps create that foundation, and it can really change the experience for you as you journal. And it's also really nice to be able to put away any devices so that you can really be present with yourself and to just sit and to write and to breathe and to feel without any distractions. And just going through some quick benefits of journaling if you've never done it before, just listing some benefits. It can help really deepen your connection with yourself. It can help manifest dreams or manifest goals you have. It can help you work through and release any tough emotions. It can really help calm down your mind, and it even improves your writing skills and your memory as well. And this is just mentioning a few. There's so many other great benefits that can come along with a journal practice. And then Today, we're focusing just on gratitude and happiness specifically. And this really allows us to focus on the positives that life has to offer. It's really easy to get wrapped up in stress and anxieties. So, by focusing on gratitude and happiness with our journaling, it can really help us move our thoughts away from those other feelings and to focus on the happiness and the joys of life. So, with that being said, you will grab your piece of paper or your journal, or you'll just open up the notes on your phone or your computer, and we'll get started. So, our first journaling prompt, so you can write this on a fresh piece of paper or a brand new note. You'll start to write down, I am grateful for. So, I am grateful for. And then you'll choose something that you're grateful for. So you continue the sentence, I am grateful for, and you'll put your answer. And you'll just put one thing down, one thing that you feel grateful for in this exact moment. So just whatever comes to mind, try not to think too hard about it. I am grateful for. And then I want you to continue with that sentence. So once you have that thing that you wrote down, I want you to write the word because. So I am grateful for blank because. And then I want you to write. So just write whatever comes to head. Why are you grateful for this one thing you've chosen? So I am grateful for because. So what does this thing do for you emotionally? How does this one thing make you feel? And just writing a few sentences around this. Maybe this thing brings you joy in life. Maybe it makes you feel loved. So why are you grateful for this one thing? Again, not thinking about it too hard, just letting yourself write what comes down to mind. And then beginning to finish up the sentence that you are working on right now. Just taking a couple moments, finishing up that sentence, and then we'll start to move on to our second prompt. And now with each of these prompts, you can always come back to them at a later time and to continue your train of thought, or to just continue maybe writing a brand new thing that you're grateful for. So starting a new paragraph, our second prompt, you'll start writing, something that made me laugh recently is. So something that made me laugh recently is. And just picking one thing or an event that happened to you, maybe this past weekend, that made you laugh. Something that made me laugh recently is. And then once you've chosen that event or that thing that made you laugh, I want you to again continue on with the sentence and write the word because. So something that made me laugh recently is your answer. And then the word because. And then I want you to keep writing. So why did this thing make you laugh? What was funny about it? How did this thing make you feel within? Even when you're thinking about it now, how does it make you feel right now in this moment? What does that event bring to you? So I want you to write on that. Something that made me laugh recently is, and then because, explaining why. And it's great to reflect on things that brought you happiness or brought you joy, but it helps you get a little deeper into the journaling when you explain why, when you dig a little deeper, writing how it made you feel. I know it was funny or it made me laugh, but how did it make you laugh? What did you find funny about it? So just writing a few sentences here. Taking these last couple moments, you'll start to finish up the sentence that you're working on. And then when you're ready, we will move on to the third prompt. So starting a new paragraph, again, remembering you can always come back to any of these prompts at a later time. Our third prompt, you'll start writing. An activity that brings me joy is. An activity that brings me joy is. Again, just writing one thing down. And then once you have that one thing you've written down, I want you to again continue the sentence with the word because. So an activity that brings me joy is, and then writing because, and then continue to write your sentence. So how did this activity bring you joy? What do you like about it? Maybe thinking, how else did this activity that brings you joy, how else did it make you feel? Taking these next few moments to journal on that, an activity that brings you joy. And then maybe thinking about how can you do more of this activity in your life? Just taking these next few moments, journaling here on that activity that brings you joy. And then just finishing up on the sentence that you're on right now. And then we'll move on to our fourth prompt. So when you're ready, again, starting a new paragraph, and you'll start writing. An accomplishment that I am proud of is. An accomplishment that I am proud of is. And if you can, maybe avoid it being revolved around school or around work, and make this accomplishment a bit more personal. So whether it's a really big life accomplishment that you've done, or maybe it's something as simple like I made myself lunch today. Just picking something that you're proud of. Again, not maybe making it about work or about school, something a bit more personal. And then again, with all the other prompts, I want you to continue your sentence with the word because. So an accomplishment that I am proud of is, and then writing the word because. So journaling here on that accomplishment. Why does this event make you feel proud? And other than the word proud, how else did it make you feel? Once you accomplished it, how did you feel? Writing whatever comes to mind, not thinking about it too much. An accomplishment that I am proud of is, and then writing the reasons why. Just taking the next couple moments here to finish up whatever sentence that you are on. And then we'll continue with one more journaling prompt. So you'll just start a new paragraph. And for this one, I want you to take a moment and to look around the space that you're sitting in. So whether you're at home, just maybe you're in your bedroom or your living room, just taking a look around. And I want you to pick one thing that you can see right now that you feel grateful for. So maybe it's for a nice window that you can look outside. Maybe it's your couch. Maybe it's, something, a pet or a person that's in that you can see right now. Just writing something that you can see in your space around you that you're grateful for. So you can write, I am grateful for, and then just writing this thing. And then I want you to continue with that. And I want you to write the word because. So I am grateful for this item around me because. Okay. So what is it about this item you've chosen that makes you feel grateful? Maybe thinking of another emotion that this item makes you feel other than gratitude. Maybe this item brings you happiness and joy and love. Maybe writing about why this certain item has meaning to you. Let's take a couple moments writing about something that you can see within the space around you that you're grateful for. Again, not thinking about it too hard, just letting whatever comes to mind be what you write. And then just finishing up the sentence that you're writing on. Taking the next couple minutes, finishing up that sentence. And again, remember, you can always come back to these prompts at a later time if you have more time and you feel more called to journal further on them. Good. Now, like anything in life, journaling will get easier the more you do it. So I encourage you to practice this more often, maybe every day. Try to incorporate it into your routine. I find doing it first thing in the morning or the last thing you do before going to bed, just to avoid that busyness throughout your day. And then starting small, starting with low expectations, just taking a few minutes a day, you write 3 things you're grateful for and writing why you're grateful for them. You'll start to notice some positive changes in your day-to-day life. And then when you feel more called to, you can always expand your journaling. You can write from different prompts. You can write longer on a certain subject, taking more time to journal about something. But again, not putting too much pressure on yourself, just doing what feels right. Again, there's no wrong or right way to journal. As long as you're doing the work, that's perfectly fine. And I find it helps when you have a separate journal that you can write in, knowing that it's for your journaling practice. It's not for work. It's not for school. It's just for you to journal in. I find it helps that it's something that you like to look at. It's something aesthetically pleasing, a nice color that you'll have out on your table or on your desk so that it encourages you to write in it more often. So I hope this helps and inspires you to incorporate some more journaling into your days ahead. Thank you so much for joining me this afternoon. If you're interested in joining another session today, please come back, use the same link. We'll be doing some yoga stretches that you can do from your chair. So you can do while seated. It's at 4 o'clock. Thank you again, everyone, and enjoy the rest of your day. Hello, everyone. All right. Hello and welcome to your virtual AC Day 1. We have yoga stretches you can do from your chair while seated. We are really thrilled to have you here. We're so excited to kick off the winter semester with you. My name's Lisa, if we haven't met yet before, and I'm a yoga teacher here in the Ottawa area. Now let's get started. So this sequence is designed for you to do at your desk, sitting at your chair. If you can just move your chair maybe away from your desk a little bit so that you have a bit more room in front of you. And it's designed to help move the body if you've been sitting for a long time. Maybe you've been in a really rounded position all day. This will help reverse that with these stretches, getting into the upper body, getting into the hips, and then hopefully help the body feel a little bit better for the rest of your day. So if you're not already, we'll just come into a chair seated position. And then just bringing the hips maybe a little bit closer to the edge of the chair. And then placing your feet firmly down onto the floor about hip distance apart. Good, and just place your hands onto your thighs, maybe onto the knees. And we'll start with some movements through the spine. So as you take a next breath in, we'll start to pull the chest forward, roll the shoulders back, and then maybe lift the chin up. And then as you breathe out, start to round your spine the opposite way, tucking your chin down, spreading through the shoulder blades. Good, inhale, you come forward. And exhale, round the spine back. Good, keep moving with this. Big breath in, pull forward. And round the spine, breath out. Good, 2 more times, full breath in. Rounding, big breath out. Last one, breathe in. And spine goes back, breathe out. Good, we'll come to a neutral spine, sitting up tall. Reaching your arms overhead, take a breath in. And then pull your hands to your heart as you breathe out. Good, inhale, reach back up. Hands to heart, big breath out. Good, arms to sky, one more time, breathe in. And hands to heart, breath out. Good, reach the arms back to the sky, take another full breath in. And then interlace your hands behind your low back. So interlacing the fingers, start to pull the knuckles down and then move the arms away from the body. So finding a stretch in through the fronts of the shoulders, in through the chest. Take a couple moments here, moving the knuckles away from your body. And then we'll bring the knuckles to the side of our body. Good, you'll draw the elbow in and then drop your ear down towards the shoulder. Good, feeling a stretch in through the side of the neck. Take a few deep breaths here. Maybe playing with lifting the chin and lowering the chin down. Just getting a bit deeper into the side of the neck. And we'll lift the head back up through center. Reach the arms back overhead. Take another full breath in. And then interlace hands again behind your low back, this time choosing the opposite grip. Draw the knuckles down, roll the shoulders back, lifting through the heart. Guiding the knuckles away from your body. Take a full breath in. And the knuckles move to the opposite side. Again, draw the elbow in. And then drop your ear down towards the shoulder. Good, take a few deep breaths here, breathing into the side of your neck. And then again, maybe playing with dropping and lifting the chin. Getting a little bit deeper. Good, we'll lift the head back up through center. Reach the arms back to the sky. Take another full breath in. And then bring your hands to your heart. Breathe out. Good. Interlace the hands here. And then take some circles through the wrists. Just moving in both directions. Good. And then placing the hands onto your legs. Reach one arm to the sky as you breathe in. And then lean to the side as you breathe out. Good, rise back up, take another full breath in. And then hand comes down, breathe it out. Other side, arm reaches up, inhale. And lean to the side, exhale. Good, rise back up, full breath in. And hand comes down. Good, arm reaches up, breathe in. And lean as you breathe out. Again, rise back up. And hand comes down. Other side, reach up, breathe in. Lean to the side, breathe out. Rise back up, breathe in. And hand comes down. Good, this time reach your arm up, take another full breath in. And we'll lean to the side and hold here. So you're reaching away, rolling the shoulder back, and then maybe lifting the gaze up. Feeling that deep stretch in through the side of the body. Thinking about expanding through that side. Good, we'll rise back up and then twisting towards that same side you leaned over to. The hand will drop down to the outside of the front knee. And then bringing your back hand, you might grab onto the back of the chair or just placing your hand back behind you. You'll sit up nice and tall, breathing in here. And then deepen your twist as you breathe out. Good, moving with the breath here. Inhale to lengthen. And exhale to twist. Good, one more time, big breath in. And twist a little deeper. Good, we'll move back through center. And then other arm reaches up. And start to lean over to the side. Good, again, reaching through fingertips, rolling the shoulder back, and then maybe lifting the gaze up. Deeply breathing into the side body, feeling that expansion. Good, and then rising back up and twisting towards the side. Place your hand to the outside of the knee. Back hand again might grab for the back of the chair or maybe just back behind you. Sitting up nice and tall, breathe in. And then twist to the side as you breathe out. Good, move with the breath. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to twist deeper. One more time. Good, we'll come back through center. Reach your arms up to the sky, breathe in here. And pull your hands down to your heart. Good, we'll lift one foot off of the floor and just interlace your hands around your knee or your shin. We'll take some circles with that ankle and that foot. So circling in both directions here. Good, and then go ahead and cross that leg over top of the other one. And then push the knee down gently with your hand, flexing through the foot. You'll start to feel a stretch in through your hip. If you want to move a little bit deeper, you can start to gently fold your chest in. Good. And then pause in stillness where you feel a nice deep stretch in through the hip. We'll pause here and take a full breath in. And a big breath out, let it go. Good, another one, full inhale. And big exhale. Good, we'll start to lift the chest back up if you're folding. And then extend your leg long in front of you. Heel plants down, toes will point up towards your face. And then if you feel a stretch here, you can pause. If you want to move deeper, you'll just start to lean your chest forward. Finding a stretch in through the hamstring, in through the back of the leg. Good, again, take a couple breaths here. Deepening through the stretch with each round of breath. Good, we'll start to lift the chest back up and then place that foot back down on the floor. Moving to the other side, grabbing for the knee, pulling it into your chest, and then taking those circles with your foot. Circling in both directions. And then crossing the ankle over top of the other knee. Gently pushing the knee down, flexing through the ankle. Noticing if you feel that stretch already, you'll just pause here. To move deeper, you can start to tip your chest forward just until you feel a comfortable stretch through the hip. And then finding some stillness, take a full breath in. And a big breath out. Good, we'll do that again. Inhale. And a big exhale. Good, we'll rise back up if you are folding forward. Uncross the leg and then extend the leg forward, place the heel down. Toes flexing up. Maybe you feel a stretch here. If you want to move deeper, you'll start to hinge forward through the hips. Only moving as deep as what's comfortable until you feel that stretch. Take a couple breaths here, moving maybe a little bit deeper. Good, we'll start to rise back up. Re-bending the knee, place your foot down. Now just heel toe your feet a little bit wider than hip distance, and then bring one arm down to the inside of one of your knees. Good, we'll reach the opposite arm open, twisting towards the sky, lifting through the chest. Take a full breath in here, and then bring your hands together to touch at the bottom. Good, reach up, take a breath in, and hands come down, breathe out. Good, one more time, breathe in to reach, and bring the hand down. Good, we'll actually do it one more time. This time we'll hold here. So reach your arm up, maybe the gaze turns up to follow. And then think about leaning that arm back until you feel that nice deep stretch through the shoulder, in through the chest and the arm. Good, take another full breath in. And then bring that arm down. We'll switch sides. So that arm comes to the inside, and then reach your other arm up. Take a full breath in here. And then bring your arm down, bringing the palms together. Good, reach up, breathe in. And palms together, breathe out. Good, reach up, inhale, breath. Hand comes down. Last one, full breath in. This time we'll hold here. So again, reaching for the ceiling. See if you can start to lean that arm back, feeling a deeper stretch. Couple breaths here. Good, we'll bring the arm back down. And this time you'll fold forward. So you'll start to drop your head down, relax through your upper body, and then really let your head fall down heavy as well. It's ragdoll position. It's where you can decompress the spine and just let tension roll off of your shoulders. Maybe giving the head a little shake side to side. Good, and then start to roll the spine up, letting the head be the last thing to lift. Roll the shoulders up towards your ears, take a breath in. And down your back as you breathe out. Sweep the arms overhead, full breath in. Hands to your heart, breathe it out. Good, we'll open the arms out like goal posts, cactus pose. Draw the elbows back, spread the fingers, lift your heart, breathe in here. And then bring your elbows and your forearms and palms together to touch. Good, open up wide, take a full breath in. And then bringing the forearms, elbows, and palms to touch. Good, one more time, breathe in. And then round as you breathe out. Good, open the arms, inhale here. And then interlace hands behind your low back again. Draw the knuckles down, lift your heart, breathe in. And start to fold your chest forward and down, letting the arms fall away from your body. Drop your head, relax the back of your neck. And we'll start to rise back up nice and slowly. Reach your arms back over your head. Take another full breath in. And hands together at your heart. Good, bring your hands down to your lap. You can close your eyes here. Just take a couple moments. Checking in with your breath. Checking in with your body. And checking in with your headspace. Noticing how you feel in this moment. And together we'll take a really full breath in. And a big breath out, let it go. If your eyes are closed, you'll just softly blink them open. And I hope you enjoyed this yoga session with me. It's something that hopefully you can do during a work day or a school day. Maybe not the whole sequence, but just a few of the stretches just to help get into your body, get into the hips, and help your body feel a bit better. So thank you for joining us today. If you are interested in joining another virtual AC Day 1 session tonight, please reference the AC Day 1 magazine that was emailed to you and select the activities that interest you and work well with your schedule. Thank you again, everyone, and enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Thank you, everyone.